This is Dish and Dirt, where the truth comes raw and uncut. From messy drama to real relationship talk. If it's juicy, we're serving it up. Hit that subscribe and get ready, because we don't sweep nothing under the rug. This is Dish and Dirt, where the truth comes raw and uncut. Shovel in the hand where the real truth at. Frontier justice mixed with kitchen heat. She's serving dirt, fresh bon appetit. Sheriff Clara in the house, better check your shirt. Cause she clean with the badge, but she dished that dirt. Table set ready, yeah, the tea gets stirred. Sheriff Clara's name is the last word heard. Ooh, Sheriff Clara in the house. Yeah. Sheriff Cleveland, hey. Sheriff Clara in the house, better check your shirt. Cause she clean with the badge, but she dished that dirt. Plate full of gossip, yeah, the flavor won't hurt. Serving love with the laughs, get you just desserts. Clan goes a badge and the rumors go splat. Shovel in the hand where the real truth at. Frontier justice mixed with kitchen heat. She's serving dirt, fresh bon appetit. This is Dish and Dirt, where the truth comes raw and uncut. From messy drama to real relationship talk. If it's juicy, we're serving it up. Hit that subscribe and get ready, because we don't sweep nothing under the rug. This is Dish and Dirt, where the truth comes raw and uncut.
All righty, enough of that. Thank you for the super chat, Easy. I'm not reading what you said. Wait a damn it. What did I do? What did you do? Now you don't remember what you did. I tell you, men, they always do something and never remember what they did. I swear, men come with dementia. They're born with dementia. Yeah, I feel like bashing men today. Y'all done got on my nerves again. Why didn't God just make y'all better? You know, they say God doesn't make any mistakes, but I beg to differ. I really do, because you men are far from perfection. And I am tired of explaining things to you men. Over and over and over again, I gotta play the teacher, the doctor, the professor. Man, I thought, growing up, they just told us we had to be the maid, the butler, the cook, clean. But, man, I don't remember them saying that I had to be the psychologist, the doctor, the teacher. Thought, don't men have mothers, fathers? I don't understand what these mothers were teaching their sons. Oh, God. Back in my day, men opened the doors for women. Even if they didn't open the doors for all women, they at least opened the doors for their woman. But, they don't open doors anymore. They don't even pretend to want to protect a woman. They don't walk on the outside of the woman so that she's protected in case a car comes and jumps the curve. There's no protection. And that's like your whole purpose in life, is to protect that softer creature, such as myself, a woman. I just don't get it. What do you think your physique was made for? Why do you think you were born with all this testosterone? Y'all think y'all were born with the testosterone just to fight with each other, act like Neanderthals and barbarians? And the woman was born with less testosterone, less muscles, and all of that. That's just common sense. You're obviously born to protect her. And for the species that can't handle if she looks at another man, smells another man, much less sleeps with another man, when are you guys going to look at the fact that you were made for one woman? Y'all come with that BS like, oh, you have a hole, a vagina, and that's why you're not supposed to sleep around. I got a pole, and that's why I can sleep around. Like, where did you get that logic? Was that born in your DNA? Or you learned it from another man who ain't in a good relationship? If he's in any relationship. And 99.9% of the times, the men that taught you that BS end up 60 years old at a speakeasy with a woman with one tooth in her mouth and on disability, getting drunk every night. He getting drunk because he thinking about all the past mistakes and women he messed over. And she getting drunk just because she already crazy. That's why she get a disability check. I just don't understand you men. Y'all want somebody to baby y'all, but then you want old school. Let me tell you about the old school woman. Okay? Here's the truth. She wasn't cooking and cleaning and washing your dirty drawers and putting up with you cheating because she loved you so much. Because that's what a woman's supposed to do. The Bible say that she's your helpmate. But let me tell you, if you don't know your history of a time when women weren't allowed to work, they weren't allowed by law to have a job. Maybe she could babysit or clean somebody's house. Maybe. But she was not allowed to make what a man makes. She was not allowed to take care of herself financially. So she had to depend on a man, and she had to do the best she could to keep the man, such as learning how to be the best cook on the block so he won't be looking at Miss Jones down the street. Learn how to slob the knob better than Miss Rowley down the street. Because he was going to look. Because he felt like he held all the power and all the money. And she had to submit to everything he did, including sometimes molest their children and other people's children. So she did what she had to do so that she could survive in the society she lived in. Well, now she can work for herself. She can take care of herself financially, and she doesn't have to no longer cook and clean and wash a man's dirty drawers anymore if she don't want to. But you men want her to continue working, bringing home the money, cooking, cleaning, still washing your dirty drawers, and then you got the nerve to throw in the Bible talking about a helpmate. Well, where's her helpmate? If she's the weaker vessel and she don't know this and she need a man for this, how come you, quote unquote, if we going by the Bible, which you are misinterpreting, how come you needed the helpmate? When did God say she needed the helpmate? Huh? If she's so weak and she ain't need a man for this and need a man for that, how come she wasn't born with a helpmate, but you was? Huh? come every time y'all break up, y'all looking for another woman to go live with, to take care of you and wash your dirty drawers, because half of y'all don't even know how to wash your dirty drawers, and half of y'all men don't even know how to wipe your own dirty behinds. I can't tell you the story, how many times I heard girlfriends tell the stories of how they had to teach their husbands how to wipe their own behinds. But you all that in a bag of chips. Let me tell you something. Secretaries ran this world and still do. Female secretaries run this world. You knew the history of the Native Americans here in the United States? Y'all saw it in Shaka Zulu. Who was Shaka's counsel? Women. Native Americans here in the United States? The women were the counsel, the helpmates. You think God really created a woman to wash your dirty damn drawers, to cook and clean for you? Well, that's what he created a woman for. His daughter. Huh? I thought it was Adam that was supposed to be protecting Eve in the garden, and he failed to do it and got kicked out the garden. So if she the helpmate, then why did his ass get in trouble for not watching and protecting her? Yeah, I'm in the mood to cuss a nigga out today. Yeah, I am. Because I'm sick of y'all and y'all foolishness. Y'all the biggest gossips on the damn planet. And always trying to put it on the woman. Y'all painted a nice picture that women gossip. Women are the one that talk. Women. We talk a lot. But y'all gossip far more than we do. And I learned that early on as a child with my granddaddy back in Philadelphia. My granddaddy sit outside on that stoop, on that step, and he wait till my grandmama come outside and they sit there on that step, and he tell her about everybody and anybody on the block, and had the nerve to ask her. I remember one day he turned to her and he said, "Baby, why they move?" My grandmother was so pissed. She must have been going through menopause or something that day. And she said, "Why? I don't care. Why don't you go ask them? You all in their business. Why don't you go ask them?" And I learned right then and there, men gossip more than women do. See, my mother, she didn't gossip. Well, listen here. I didn't learn my mother gossip until she was on her deathbed, and she was in their room with her siblings, and they were just talking about this person and that person. And I'm looking at my mama, I'm like, who is this woman? Why is she talking about people? She didn't raise us to talk about people. Hell, I didn't learn that I was Black until I went to school. She didn't talk about politics. She ain't talk about colorism. She didn't talk about nobody when we was children. Let me tell you, she didn't. She didn't believe in doing that. She said, "People, y'all need to learn people on your own." Even, let me tell you something. She let us pick what religion we wanted, what political parties we wanted. She did not interfere. But one day my sister called me on the phone. I was an adult at this time. And she called me, like she and I grew up in the same church. This is a separate from my mother. She didn't take us to church like that. So me and my sister, we decided to go to my grandmother's church. And so I know how my sister was taught. So she went back home to my mother's house, and she got with this other group of church people. And they was teaching her some old backwards thing about Eve and and Adam's first wife and this and that and all of this stuff. And I'm like, what kind of wacko stuff? This is before I started reading other books. What kind of wacko stuff they teaching my sister? Now, my mother, who believed in letting us choose our own way, our own path, right? I said, put mommy on the phone with my sarcastic ass, right? Put mommy on the phone. My mother pick up the other phone. You know, that's when they had house phones, and you pick up the phone and you can hear the whole conversation of somebody else downstairs, right? In case y'all don't remember. So she pick up the phone. What y'all want? You know, she ain't never got time. What y'all want? I said, tell mommy what you just told me. And my sister told that crazy ass story. My mother said, what? Where did you get that? And I said, that's what you get talking about you letting us go to any old church and any old religion and any politics. That's what you get for not leading us in the good direction, mama. She come home talking crazy like this and calling me on my phone. Let me get my water, honey. So yeah, today I'm venting about y'all, man. They say it wasn't supposed to go down all the way down to my mama and all of this and all of that. But listen here. I am sick of y'all gossiping men on this planet. It ain't just YouTube. When I saw it on Facebook for the first time, I got on Facebook. You know, that's when only those who went to college could get on Facebook. You know, we was prestige, the elite. You had to show your college IDs, okay, to get on Facebook. You know, and you knew who went to college. Now, child, they let any retard get on Facebook. But now, so I was on Facebook and I'm reading some of these posts, and you know, the men are able to hide their identity. And I just couldn't believe how much men were venting in a very angry manner towards women. I saw men complaining about how their baby mamas was trying to be white by dyeing their hair blonde. And I'm like, well, what happened to the albino children that have blonde hair? There are dark women that are born with blonde hair. What are we talking about here? Why is this an issue? And how their baby mamas was doing this and their baby mamas was doing that. I'm like, you really concerned about a woman that you say you don't want no more. What about your children? You can tell me what Miss Clairol number, 4B, 5B, 10C, whatever color dye she got in her hair. But you can't tell me your child's teacher name, doctor's name. You couldn't tell me what time your daughter or son got up for school that morning, what they had for breakfast. You couldn't tell me if they had a bookshelf in their house. You couldn't tell me the last book you bought your child. You know, this is before the PDF situation took off. Boy, I used to get on them men so bad when they started talking about, and y'all women were burning bras and kicking men out so y'all can get the project homes. I was like, what is he talking about? Project homes? Burning bras? I wish I would burn my bra. You know how much bras cost? You talking about burning them? What is this man talking about? Man, listen, my mother was born in 1960. Around the time that these white women were burning bras to get freedom for all women. Now, if I had the privilege of being born during that time and on those college campuses and could afford to burn my bra and buy a new one the next day to get my freedom as a woman, to get equal pay, I ought to burn my bra and my drawers. What are you saying? That those women didn't have the right to burn their bras so that they could get equal pay as a man, as another human being? She don't have the right to do that. Why? Who are you? And in 1960 is when my mother was born. And my grandmother was in Alabama at the time with 7 children, a housewife who used to babysit on the side. My granddaddy was working as a janitor in the high school, as well as he owned a barbershop, and he worked some other jobs on the side to take care of them 7 children and his wife. Who had time to go up east and burn some damn bras? You think my grandmama was burning some bras? And my mother was just born in the 60s, 1960s. She didn't even have a bra, and at least until almost 20 years later. So you blaming my mama because your mama burned her bra and put your daddy out and went and lived in the projects? Bruh, line up all these men that was put out. Please. Line up all these men who women said, baby, you got to go because I got to get this project house for our children. And he was broken heart. Oh. And he was over there sleeping with that white woman because the white woman was raised to distract the black man from his family. And he went with it. Because had he not been distracted, going to those speakeasies and all those, had to dress nice, spend all the money getting dressed nice and populating the whole world, if he wasn't doing that, then he would have noticed his children were being moved to projects because he ain't paid a damn rent. And let me tell you ninjas one more thing. Let me tell you ninjas something else. If you pay child support and your child still qualify for welfare, you don't make enough. So don't complain that she got me on child support. Dang, she got you on child support. Let me see if it's too much, if you paying too much for child support. Do the child qualify for welfare? Do they got food stamps? Yeah. Well, nigga, you ain't paying enough. If the government, we the people are the government, still have to contribute to that child's welfare, if your child still qualify for Section 8, public housing, public school, free food at the public school, and any other stipends or whatever, what that thing, the LIHEAP program and all of this stuff. If your children still qualify for any of that, they are considered under the poverty line. Your children are in poverty, but you got the latest Jordans and you dating the hottest broad. You dating the finest thing on the planet. Ooh, she a dime. Ooh, I like her booty. I like her BBL. What about your children? If it wasn't for welfare, where would your children be? If they hadn't created the projects, which was a project to see how you men will handle it. You talk about this country. This was our country. They stole it. You need to go learn some real history. Ain't nobody steal nothing from the black man, Native American man in this country. You a man. Tell me when you went to war to fight for it. How did they punk you and take your land? Huh? How did they punk you and take your family? How did they punk you and take your children? Oh, you don't deserve to have your children. You don't deserve your land. Why? Because you lost it. Every battle, every war, you lost it. You want me to keep it real? Y'all wasn't strong enough to fight the European when he came and took your land. Y'all think y'all came from Africa? Well, how come the Africans ain't come over here to get you? Y'all family, right? You mean to tell me you idiots really believe that the European who can't even see at night, that's why they don't like nighttime jobs. You don't see too many white people working at night. They can't see at night. That's why they take the daytime job. So you mean to tell me they went and they in Africa, in the jungles, in the middle of the night, then snuck up inside these huts and grabbed family members and dragged them all back through the jungle, no sound, and everything peaceful and quiet. And they got muskets, one bullet, if it fire, right? He got a musket, yeah, and he can't see at night. And he was able to go in there and steal your children, steal your wife, steal you, drag you all the way back to the beach. Everybody know you on the beach. You got this ship, this boat, this canoe out there on the beach because they ain't had no big old ships like they like to lie and say. They on the beach replenishing, putting the supplies out. And then, they got to push that boat back into the water. That takes days, and they could have swam and catch the boat before they get too far. So these people, you mean to tell me black folks, Africans in the jungle, in their huts, wake up in the morning when the white man can finally see, wake up in the morning and say, oh, my children gone. Oh, my husband gone. My wife gone. Where did they go? Everybody talking to everybody. Well, it was the white man. He came in the middle of the night and he took them. Well, where they at? Well, they still loading up the boat. They still loading the boat. And it takes days and months to get all the supplies together. It takes a while to push it out. It takes a while to tame all them people, put them down in the bottom of the boat and stuff. So nobody had sense enough to grab some sticks, some bamboos, and some rocks and make a bat and go out there on the beach and fight. Where were the fights on the damn beach? You got my child, I'm going crazy. So you mean to tell me the Africans ain't had no boats, no ships, no nothing to come over to America to come get their children? You ain't from Africa. Wake up and smell a goddamn coffee. They just moved them all around from Haiti back to America, to the Caribbean islands, back to America. They was moving them around, shipping them around. Them Native Americans was happy with the drinks, the trinkets that European brought over. I got trinkets. Yeah, I like these little trinkets. Oh, we love the trinkets. Give it to me. And sell me your land. Sign on the dotted line. They say, oh, they tricked us. Well, then you stupid enough to get tricked. You lost. Kudos to the trickster. Tricky. Oh well. This was our land. Well, what you gonna do to get it back, boo? Every man that ever came into my life telling about something, this used to be our land and this still is. And I'm sitting there looking at him like, well, punk bitch, nigga, what you gonna do about it? Just like when they talking about George Zimmerman did this, and I'm sitting there back like, well, punk bitch, what you gonna do about it? I went on strike for a long time. I said, until they take care of George Zimmerman, they ain't getting no poom out of me. They got on Facebook with all these guns. We gangster. We gonna kill each other. You know how many men got up there threatening my life? I'm gonna get you. You gonna get me, but George Zimmerman still walking around here freely killing your sons? Huh? You gonna get me though, because you don't like what I have to say. You don't like the truth that I bring. Oh, you don't want to hear the truth. What's up with George Zimmerman? That ain't none of my business. That's his family business. Well, what I say ought not be none of your business either. Crybabies. Now I'll drop the link. I didn't say what I had to say. Drink my water and mind my business. I'm sick of y'all men. All right, quit crying, save room for the baby. Shut the fuck up, easy. You gotta stay out my back chat. My bloodline ain't come from Africa either. Fear of white men, our people gave shit away, satisfied without being accountable of own choices made. Exactly, Andrea. They don't want to hear the truth. Hey, Alan Clay. Look at this fool. I know he gonna come up here and get on my damn nerves. What?
Well, damn, that's how we greet. Just what? Like I ain't shit.
What you say in the chat? Y'all didn't take her medication. Ain't no medication for that. Goddamn your echo. What I tell you about getting these products for your damn echo? Dang. You losing the battle with your damn headphones. I know you ain't gonna get no land back.
Damn, I'm still. Wait, so I still got an echo?
Yeah.
Okay, is it whenever you talk and I'm not on mute, or is it just now?
It's when I talk. Hey,
it sound like you got an issue over there.
Fenicia. It ain't my issue, it's yours. Hey, Fenicia. I think I said your name right.
I mean, yes, but if you talking, if you hear talking, well, okay, if you hear echo while you talking, then that's the issue that you got. Otherwise, if I talk and nobody hear,
blah 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 blah. Hey, Felicia Fee, how you doing, hon? I'm sorry, y'all got to hear me rant today.
I don't like how you've been treating me.
I don't care how you treat yourself. What's up, DL?
I treat myself well. You treat me poorly.
Shut your face. I'm not gonna hear all that whining and crying. They want to hear me talking.
I mean, just getting on live sounding angry with dry mouth.
Nobody asked you to come up here and explain what the hell I'm doing. Did I hire you as a psychiatrist? Sound like you underpaid. Say something else so I can mute you again.
Something else.
I always think somebody playing with you. Ain't nobody playing with your black ass.
So that's how you treat black folks now?
You ain't black enough. You light skinned.
See, that was cold. See, there we go with that colorism again. See, first you started with your feminism, then you jump to your sexism. Now you're trying to end up with colorism. See, you ain't right. That don't make no damn sense.
You ought to be glad I got too much brain fog to show my intellectualism.
Well, we know you have that. I mean, that's no secret.
I swear, you the Three Stooges all by yourself.
Now, what's wrong with you today? What got you so up in the uproar on a Sunday afternoon? It's a beautiful day outside, not a cloud in the sky. It's warm outside. It ain't cold. It ain't raining. It ain't snowing. What the hell wrong with you today? Who done pissed in your damn cornflakes today?
Y'all men get up here every day on these panels and do exactly what I'm doing. But when I do it, it's got to be some medication. What then did this? But y'all men can get up here every day and do the same goddamn thing.
Okay. Question number one. Who is?
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Go to question number 2.
Who is y'all?
Go to question number 3.
Who is y'all?
Stay your ass on mute. That's what I thought. Always coming up with dumb questions.
Because you won't answer my question. Who is y'all? You got to specify.
I don't have to do nothing but stay black and die. You ain't never heard that before? That's the only thing I have to do. Don't even have to stay black because we got bleaching cream. I could bleach my skin and don't even have to be black and die.
Well, you go ahead and bleach your damn skin and have skin cancer within the next 5-10 years from that.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. You always minding somebody else's business. You gonna have throat cancer from all that shit you talk. Now you go.
First of all, your business is public, so it's everybody's business if it's public.
What you mean my business is public? Nigga, my business ain't public. The hell is you talking about, goofball?
Well, you venting out, you know what's on your mind, which that's your business, which is on a public platform now. So therefore, it's everyone's business. Yeah, yeah.
No, it's not everyone's business. And I ain't told you no business for you to be responding to. What business did I tell, goofball?
You seem to have a vendetta with men today, so that's your business that you putting out there in open airways on a public platform.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. You took too long. The title is Man, Please Vent Time. Open panel for 5 minutes. You knew before hitting the link, before hitting that video channel play, that I was getting ready to vent about men. You knew that. Now you go. Hey, K Morgan.
Well, first of all, I didn't know what you was gonna vent about until like the first 30 seconds of you talking, and I'm like, whoa, what the hell wrong with y'all today? What nigga done pissed off? What man?
The first word in the title is man. Second word, please. So if a black woman says, man, please, you know she about to go in on a man. Duh. What planet are you from?
Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but not all women speak like that.
Oh my God. I am not speaking about all women. I am talking about me. I don't care about other women.
No. You just said when a woman says man, that means you including every other woman.
No, when I say a woman, that means I'm talking about one woman. I didn't say a women. I didn't say women.
I didn't say a women. I said a woman. Don't be.
Right. I'm talking about me. If I said a woman, I'm talking about me, a woman. I didn't say women.
Well, you need to specify that and who you talking about as a woman.
I specified it just fine because you repeated it back that I said a woman. I didn't say we women.
Whatever, carry on.
Yeah, you couldn't win that one. Yeah, you want to twist something? I'll show you how to twist something. We sitting up here twisting the damn night away. So yeah, I'm venting about y'all men getting on my last nerves today.
Well, first of all, you shouldn't let anyone get on your nerves online.
Oh, blah, blah. I don't care whether it's on live, if it's on YouTube, it's on the internet, on social media, on the laptop, on the computer, over the phone, at church, in school, at church, back in the grocery store. It doesn't matter. People are everywhere and people get on your nerve. I don't care where they hiding at in the bushes. Oh, you shouldn't let the man in the bush talk. It's still a man talking. It doesn't matter where they are. Stop using that excuse. Next.
That's not an excuse.
It is an excuse. Thank you, Andrea. Just eager to respond and not listening.
Well, yeah, that's your opinion and you are entitled to it.
I mean, the name of the show is Yaya's Opinion. In Yaya's opinion. Duh.
I know. But like like
a true ninja, you like to keep pushing buttons until somebody push you upside your head. I see why you don't like to be at home too often, because she probably beat you for driving her crazy. Now say she don't beat you.
Be beating her back in.
That's what you say. That ain't what she said. Call her on the phone and let me ask her some questions about how she beat you up. I know she beat you because I would beat you.
Sorry, I don't have an abusive woman. I stay away from those.
What you on this panel for? I am an abusive woman. If you try to push my buttons, I'm going to go upside your head.
Well, how you going to do that when you're 3 foot tall?
I'm not 3 foot tall.
Well, 3 feet tall. My bad.
I'm neither 3 foot nor 3 feet tall. See, you always gotta play and push buttons. You don't know how to be serious ever.
I do. I being serious in real life. Online, this is my entertainment. This is my escape from reality just for a moment. I've been telling people that forever. Y'all act like I be bullshitting when I be saying that shit. I be laughing at y'all most of the time. I just be like, what the hell? This shit funny as hell. And then when I log off, I go back to reality and have to face, the real world shit.
Oh Lord, so you just a phony person all the way all around. Hey, King Mills, it's about time you showed up because you've been gone.
No, not a. I
I'm
wouldn't
talking
really
to
say a phony.
I am talking to King Mills. You are not that important. Hey, King Mills, how you doing, honey? About time you show up. Now you can speak.
Hey, King Mills, come get your girl, man. She on one today. Something wrong with her. I don't know what the hell that happened to her today, but you need to come get her or something.
Well, King Mills, if it's so amazing to you, why don't you marry it? Would you come back over here for? I ain't no side piece. Going back over there to Grandma's calling since it's about it. Grandma's calling. Been amazing. Sorry. So it's amazing to see grown men hollering and screaming and fussing at each other about nothing. That's amazing to you. I need a new slew of men. A whole new breed.
I told you, King Mills, she on something today.
I left you for Mr. Oates again. When was I ever with Mr. Oates? And what are you talking about? Do you hit this panel, King Mills? What you been up here 2 times in 15 years? I don't want to hear the shit. What, Easy? Your loud ass
Well, that's like you got mad at me because you couldn't have all my time.
Oh, shut your cafeteria background ass up. Oh, do you got your hair net on? Over there in that cafeteria getting hair all over the damn food. You can speak.
I'm actually at the warehouse. I'm not at the truck stop today.
You call a warehouse cafeteria, vice versa, tomato, cafeteria, warehouse, whatever you want. Just say I love your voice. I don't even remember your voice, King Mills. I heard it one time last year. I don't remember your voice. Y'all may be tripping. Coming up on my panel while they flipping burgers at Burger King with their hair nets on and stuff. I don't know what's wrong with these men. Get on my damn nerves.
Everything get on your nerves today, huh?
Make sure when you serving that burger that you check the price and everything. Don't be cheating people, charging them extra for cheese and they don't even have no cheese.
How about I just won't serve nobody then?
That's a good thing, because Lord knows I wouldn't want nobody to serve me my burger with a funky breath.
I'm just saying, if I worked at a burger place, I probably wouldn't be having the same attitude as I have today.
Man, I can hear the fry cook flipping the damn fries right now. Why you lying? Look at King Mills. He ran back over to Grandma's calling. Look at him.
See, now you done ran King Mills off. See, though?
I ran a lot of you men. I don't care.
You don't care until you don't care until you be sitting there, with nobody to talk to, with a bunch of cats. That's how you gonna do it now.
That's how much you know about me. You need to know I do not like cats. I hate that God made cats.
Damn. Yeah, but they're useful though.
I'm sure they're useful to you, but I do not like cats. King Mills, I don't want to hear it. You probably watching us both at the same time. sneak listening to them, sneak listening to me. I ain't got time for your fakeness. What easy? Thank you, some king in Egypt.
Why you always gotta say what towards me for? See now. I ain't never spoke to you like that. So why must you speak to me like that?
What are you gonna do about it?
It ain't that serious to do anything about it. I'm just asking the question.
Then. Why ask why if you're not gonna do nothing about it?
Because I'm a curious person and I want to know. Thank you very much. Closed mouths don't get fed, right?
Yeah, you talking too much. I'm talking to King Mills here. King Mills, I knew you were in both chats talking about I'm showing love to both, but in your chat, I knew it. I know when y'all ninjas always doing something. What you say, Andrea? Absolutely absurd, embarrassing how one's inner being matches outside, negatively ruin holy spiritual soul. Shake my damn head. Andrea, what you doing?
She don't know what she's talking about right now. Shout out to Andrea, though.
Shout out to Andrea. Oh, Lordy.
So you angry because you can't have everything your way, which means that, okay, for example, like you got mad at me because I couldn't give you all my time.
Who said I was angry?
Well, not angry, but you was kind of disappointed. I'm gonna change that. You were disappointed just because I wouldn't give you all my time, and I told you you can't have all my time. Okay.
I don't expect a married man to give me all his nothing. I don't know where you get this from. You trying to play me like a sucker.
Well, you told me I had a choice. You told me I had to make a choice.
Man, I told that Negro in my 20s he had to make a choice too. And he made the mistake. I told y'all the story. He called that woman that was pregnant with his baby and told her it was over and called me back like we gonna be together. I said, I know he dumb as hell. Fool, if you don't call that woman back, I don't want you. I'm just playing.
Well, so you force somebody to leave their damn family? Oh, you cold in the motherfucker.
Man, listen. That's when I learned that I had great and terrible manipulative skills. And I stopped doing it on purpose until yesterday with you. I ain't know it was going to work.
Your crazy ass.
Listen, I don't know what made that fool think that it was a good idea. Now, I didn't like him in the first place and didn't want him in the first place. And as soon as I break up with somebody else, he became the rebound, or I thought would be a rebound. And he told me, I got a girl now and she pregnant. I said, you better get rid of her. If you love me, you're going to get rid of her. And that fool actually called that woman and told her he didn't want her anymore and called me back. I said, oh my God, he going to curse me for the rest of my life. Boy, please call that woman back and beg her forgiveness. Are you crazy? If she go into labor, that baby come out premature with one eyeball and no teeth. Well, they already don't have no teeth, but all kinds of stuff. One arm, 2 legs, 14 teeth, legs. I don't know. Something could go wrong with that baby and it be my fault because you stupid enough to call her and break up with her while she's pregnant. Stupid.
So why are you trying to manipulate that man like that?
Hey, unbiased observer. Listen, I was like 20, 21 years old. I was selfish. I didn't really think that this person was dumb enough to do something like that. I thought more of human beings. I thought he was more intelligent. Now I know why I broke up with him, because he's stupid.
Well, you said you were selfish too. I mean, you still are, a little bit. I mean, I still see traits of that.
Did I say it was a problem? Who told y'all it was a problem for me to be selfish? You hear some children running around here that I'm taking away from? No. So I don't know. Nothing. I don't owe nobody nothing, so I can be as selfish as I want to be. Okay, I don't owe nobody nothing. And don't, my mother used to tell us, don't nobody owe you nothing. And I was smart enough to realize that I don't owe nobody shit neither, mama.
Yeah, but sharing is caring though, ain't it?
My mama ain't teach me that. She told me to share. It didn't work, but she didn't tell me sharing was caring, because I sure ain't give a care. I sure didn't. And I ain't like to share with my siblings and none of them either. I don't share. What that mean? Share. I don't got
Sound like you got trauma.
That is not trauma. How is it trauma? Because I choose not to share. I don't have to share. Thank you, Russell Red. He gifted me 20 more of you ninjas to be my members. So y'all can sit here and listen to me be rude, ignorant, and abusive. I'm sorry. Hey, Ryder girl. I only say sorry because Russell paid y'all way. But if Easy got a free one, I'm going to delete it.
Wait. I paid for mine, so we can like clear that. Like right now, we could like nip that in the bud. Ain't nobody give me nothing.
Well, that's why you here. You only up here is because you are a member. If you wasn't a member, I would have dropped you a long time ago. See,
I'll still be a mod though, right?
Are you a mod? Let me take that mod stick right now.
Hey, you ain't got to do all that now.
What you modding? What you doing? You just over there blue like Papa Smurf. King Mill says salute to the new members, old members, return members, all y'all members. Hallelujah, praise the Lord. Russell, we caught somebody yah on the membership. Uh-oh. Who we catch? Because I can't see. Easy, can you see who got caught? Let me see if I can go to this thing here and see. And who did we catch this time? I remember we caught the Sazzler the last time. Who are these people? Channel has been deleted. Lord, how to give a membership to somebody's channel has been deleted? Hey, Skinny, you got a membership. Barbie Girl Tina, I ain't seen Barbie Girl Tina in my chat, but she's still membered up.
Yeah, some of the people I don't recognize.
I see Evo the artist. Evo is the one. Wasn't he in the drop battle with the gospel music? I was calling it gospel music. That person that Henry Caldwell, he got the image of SoFly on his icon. The administration, is that what he called himself? The administration. What was his other name? The young guy. He had another name. In her energy, hey girl. Bevan rejoin, welcome back. I think Russell paid for that rejoin though. The other people I don't even recognize. I don't know. They just they don't show up in the chat and say nothing. They scared to talk in my chat. I don't know. Brunilda, yeah, that's it. BTG. He's got his name is administration.
Oh, you talk about the unicorn.
Is that what you call him? Andre said you blue like Papa Smurf. But yes, honey. What is going on? What is going on? Grandma's calling still live? Oh, Rodney over there holding it down. Go, Rodney. It's your birthday. We gonna party like it's your birthday, and then we don't give a fuck it's not your birthday. But yeah, my 5 minutes is up. Easy, you done harassing me?
That was longer than 5 minutes. Hell, you were harassing me. Hell, just beating me up all across the panel for no damn reason, just because you mad at something else that ain't got nothing to do with me. I see how.
First of all, I was venting up here all by myself. Ain't nobody mention Easy. But then Easy had to hit the link and come up here and make it all about him and cry and whine. And you hurt my feelings, Clara. Oh, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Now you go. They talking about foursomes.
When we gonna
Oh,
patch this? When we gonna patch things up, yeah? I mean, we've been back and forth, for the past few months and everything. You've been getting angry and upset, and I tried to calm you down and everything, but you just still angry and upset. When we gonna patch things up?
Easy. Listen. You said something you should not have said. And I wanted you to clarify what you meant by that. You didn't clarify. You ran. I'm done with it. I just wanted to see what, just like a man would do. If a woman looked like she get ready to throw it out there, he going to test the waters and see what's going on. I tested the waters. You ran. And that was it. Nothing more to it.
When did I run? What did I run from? I'm still confused on that.
That's
You
okay.
ain't really specified on what I ran. See?
That's okay.
See, there you
That's
go.
okay.
Can't explain.
Look at here.
Oh,
Go
so
through
it's
it
like
with your
that.
psychologist. Go through it with your psychologist. Ryder said, wait. I think she meant are there women on the panel? They talking about foursomes. I'm dead. So I'm gonna peek in real quick on my cell phone here, and I'm gonna see if they got some women on this panel. They talking about foursomes. Okay, so it looked like it's Rodney and SJ. So I guess Rodney and SJ talking about foursomes, but there's only two of them on the panel. They need two more people to talk about foursomes. But hey, I see why King Mills nasty ass over there. He over there trying to smell some pussy from the panel. Rodney said he want to smash 3 women at the same time for this year. That's a lot of work, player. Man, listen here. Listen, those porn stars work out to be able to screw many women. Women can take more ding-a-ling from more men than a man can ever give many women at one time. Now, they may say, that's not a brag. She a hoe. She this, she that. Well, we're going to look at the mechanics of the body. We're going to look at the body. The vagina can give birth to twins. And that vagina is made of elasticity. And it will go right back. It will snap back for your little vajayjay compared to that baby's head. So a woman can take a lot of peewees, as a man can't handle a lot of pussities. He just can't do it. He gonna melt in one of them, that's for sure. And his body can't keep up with all of that humping. He have to do a whole lot of working out in the gym to keep them hips just right. He gonna have to do a whole lot of kegel, whatever that thing is, that kettlebell, to keep up with all of the women that a woman can, all of the men that a woman can. TJ asked a question today, and listen, we got Google right there. You can just find out the answer. We discuss things that the answers are right there. That's why I don't even feel like talking sometimes, because the answers be right there. But anyhow, he said, how many babies can one woman have? I told him unlimited. And although I didn't give an exact number at that time, I later went to Google. And I actually lowballed it and said 1 to 2 million. No, it was 2 to 3 or 2 to 4 million. And it's more like 6 million. Women are born When they are born, they have all the babies right then, right there. All the babies are in her ovaries. They don't have to do like the sperm, where the sperm has to be put, more sperm has to get into the nutsack, be created, and in it, whatever, however it gets in the nutsack, wherever it comes from. Where does it come from? I can Google it, look it up myself, but I don't really care that much. But a man, he got to get his sperm count up to fertilize one of those eggs inside of a woman who was born with all of the babies already inside of her the day she was born as a baby. And that's over 6 million babies is said to be in a woman's ovaries the day she is born. Men have to get their sperm count up. Okay, so y'all don't automatically come with the little sparks of energy that wake up the baby that's in the woman. That's why when the man talking about my baby in my nutsack, well, okay, so your baby in your nutsack. Well, what was she born with? What are those 6 million called? Come on now, y'all done seen how babies get made. The sperm, after he got his sperm count up, is sent into the woman. And because those sperms are not all strong enough to have a baby, to fertilize a baby, to wake up a baby, he got to send a whole bunch of them at one time because they all ain't strong enough. Right? It says sperm comes from the spine, then it goes to the sac. So y'all got to go do some testosterone exercises from your spine, so that y'all can get it to your nutsack and then shoot it off in a woman and hope all of them ain't blanks. All of that. I don't know how many of them sperms come out of the man's pee-wee during that first nut. 10, 12, 1,000. And they can't even fertilize one egg. You know why? Because they be all in there fighting, acting like it's checkers in our chess. Instead of them all working together, like, bruh, we not all gonna make it. They need to huddle. Once they get in the womb, they get in the huddle and say, listen, we all ain't gonna make it in this vagina. This is a strong ass vagina. She got a strong military, surrounding her. So all of us ain't gonna make it. But we're gonna build a like, how the ducks, the birds, they do a formation, you know what I mean? And you put that one in the middle, like in the game of chess. You got to protect the one asset, the king. So you put the one, you choose that one. Listen up, sperm. You choose that one that's going to be the soldier for everybody. And you put them in the middle like an 8-ball. Okay? And then y'all start going through the vagina, going down that canal, in the V shape. Some of y'all ain't going to make it. Goodbye, Ducky. Goodbye, Birdie. You know what I mean? Little Larry, little Tyrone. Bye, 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 bye. But by the time y'all work together, by the time y'all get right there to the pearly gates of that vagina, that egg, that one that y'all chose, the king in the middle, that greatest asset, will impregnate women. Yeah, see, y'all don't know how to work together like that. Y'all in the womb trying to fight individually, fight each other. And then got the nerve talking about why she keep having girls. Because the strongest sperm was carrying the girl DNA. And that's why it made it. And not the boy one. So ask yourself, because it is the sperm that determines if that female egg, because yes, all the eggs are feminine. Y'all were all girls in the womb, in the woman's body. Y'all were all girls in the womb, in the ovaries. In order to get that egg to transform into a male, your sperm has to be strong enough. And 9 times out of 10, that strong sperm is carrying the girl. Because, see, the one that's carrying the girl, she's strong.
Hey, I'm gonna put my phone on the charger right quick. I'll be back.
Okay. Oh, Lord. You know what I told you to do? Where that charge at? Didn't I tell him last night he needed to get him one of these? Get you one of those. It ain't in this video, but it's in the last video. Yeah, get you one of those. Now, what you say, Ryder? Ryder said, this why the men get mad, Yaya, because you won't sugarcoat it. It is the truth. It is the truth. It's been this way my whole life. That's why my uncle was talking shit. That's why my daddy talked shit. That's why all my uncles talk shit. Like, she always running her mouth. Why can't she be like all the other women in the family and just hush and let us? I ain't gonna let you do shit. No, sir, and no, ma'am. My mother learned when I was about 8 years old. I remember her telling my daddy this story. My little cousin had came over to the house, so he's a boy. And he was upstairs playing with me and my sister with my toys and stuff. And I didn't like how he was manhandling my toys. You know, my toys are delicate. And he was manhandling my toys like they were G.I. Joes or Transformers or something, Yodas. Honey, I said, boy, you can't play. And we got to arguing, fussing, and fighting. And my mother said, y'all come downstairs. I came downstairs and I told her, Mama, you know, he disrespected my toys. And my mama, you know, she trying to keep the peace. She always the peacemaker. So she like, okay, I tell y'all what. She tell my cousin and my sister, y'all can go back upstairs and play. And Yaya, you stay down here. I said, the devil is a lie and he live in me. And I marched myself right up there against my mother's wishes, went right upstairs and pushed that boy out my room and damn near pushed him down the steps. He ain't playing with my toys. And my mother, when she got in the car with my daddy later on, they was all in the car going somewhere, and she said, yeah, I learned right then and there. I ain't going to be able to tell that child what to do. And she was laughing and telling my daddy what happened. And he said, she's like, yeah, she ain't going, if she believe in something, she ain't going to nudge. And I don't. To this day, I do not. I don't care when no man can't manipulate me. Talking about, you supposed to submit to men. Hold on. I wasn't married to my cousin. I wasn't married to my daddy. Wasn't married to my uncle. The Bible said, talking about submitting to a husband. And then y'all need to learn what that word submit means. Just like y'all need to learn that word helpmate. When you go to the Greek language, it actually meant God. It did not mean a person, a woman that you married. It didn't mean your wife. That was a bad translation, because anywhere else you find that word in the Greek, in the Bible, it says God, which represented the Spirit of God as your helpmate, not your woman, not a physical person. They got their own God doggone helpmate. But I ain't here to preach it Sunday. That's for good, holy people, honey. I don't preach on Sunday. I preach on Monday. Did they pass the plate? I didn't give y'all all kinds of game. Yes, honey. You know, there's men that pay a lot of money and spend about 15, 30 years inside of those, the Prince Hall and the Freemasons. And it take them years to learn all the stuff that I know. And I give the game away for free. I drop the jewels. I drop the gems. And Jesus said, don't cast the pearls before swine. I say, well, Jesus, I'm just giving a little gem. I ain't giving them no pearls. They ain't going to go research it. They just either gonna laugh at what I say, disagree with what I say, laugh at what I'm talking about, but they ain't gonna research it. They ain't gonna do nothing with it. So I can cast all the gems. I can cash all, send all the pearls and all of that. And you know, these fools, these men will go join those secret societies, those elite societies, those illuminated societies, and they don't learn shit when they get there. All they do is every Friday night go bowling and see what Eastern Star they can sleep with. Come on now, I know the game. Every Friday night, all they do is get together, play pool, get drunk, and see what Eastern Star they can sleep with. They don't learn shit. They get up there doing them alpha sci-fi dances and jumping all around, and they put on a suit and a tie, and they spend all this money on expensive Armani outfits and do these rituals, but they really still come out and don't know shit. I know I didn't dated enough Freemasons and Prince Hall Masons and stuff to know. I know what they do. And I ain't never joined the club. If I want to fuck you, I'm going to fuck you. But if I don't, I won't. But let me see. I got my Premiere playing. Yeah. Am I done talking? Am I done talking like I'm a drunk woman? Giving y'all too many gems. Y'all got any questions? Put it in the chat before I change my mind. I might not want to answer no more Freemason Prince Hall questions and answers and stuff. It ain't nothing y'all really want to know to change your lives and make your lives better. Y'all just want to know so y'all can go tell somebody else you know something. It's sort of like running to the movie theater and be the first one to see it so you can tell everybody you saw it, but you ain't learned shit from it. Yeah. I used to watch all them conscious community brothers, and they'll be talking about, yeah, get this book, read this book. And I go out there, I go get the book, and I read the book. And I said, that fool ain't read this book, because if he read this book, he wouldn't have said this, he wouldn't have done that. That's how I knew they was fake and phony too, just like with the church. People say, why you stop being a Christian? I said, I got tired of being the only one. I'm the only one out here playing virgin, and everybody coming back. I went, true story. I went away to college, came back, the whole church was pregnant. Even the pastor was pregnant. He was a man. Everybody was pregnant. Hey, Cece, I couldn't believe it. I said, I grew up with all these people. We all got the same teachers. We all snotted over each other, Bible study and prayer groups, and went to youth group, and went to choir rehearsals, and went to church and snotting and praying all over each other and everything. And I come back. I went away to college one semester, and I come back and the whole church pregnant. Oh, they tried to blame the devil. Oh, no. Wasn't no devil between your legs. That was you. That was your vagina and his penis. Oh, yeah, the drummer had got a girl pregnant. The drummer was 17. The girl was 14. We all grew up together and all that smiling, kiki. But, look, they still church. And they still got hormones. And I don't care how many scriptures you throw at them. I don't care how many times you're going to send them to hell. And if they do this, they go into hell. My mother said, if you lie, you go to hell. And then I caught that woman in so many lies. I said, oh, praise the Lord. I hope she don't go to hell for all that lies and she was telling. But anyhow, child, these are children. If the adults can't contain their shoes, their pool pussities, and men can't control their dingers, why you expect these 14, 15, 13, 12-year-old girls and boys to control theirs? You can't control yours. Shoot. We got 30, 40, 50-year-old women and men is still having all these babies all over the place, can't take care of them, don't know how to put a condom on and nothing like that. But you expect these children who are just experiencing hormones. Hell, even in the Bible, they gave the boy a bar mitzvah at 13. They say Mary got pregnant with Jesus at 14. See, y'all need to read them other books. You're always talking about, oh, there's secret books. Well, I read them. And then they said that Mary was 14 when she got pregnant with Jesus. Now, y'all figure that out. Other countries, they respect the period. When a young girl gets her period, she's considered a woman. In this country, no. We tell her to suppress all of her hormones. We tell a young man to suppress all of his hormones, even though his sperm cell is ready by 13, if not earlier. We tell them they not ready. Well, honey, you might as well tell them to hold they shit from 13 years old until they 21 years old. That's natural to take a shit. It's natural to take a piss. And it's natural to get horny. What's the point of a period? It means you're ready to have a baby. But in this country, we tell them, oh, no, we don't want our babies to have babies. They ain't 18. So you going against God because God said they ready. You ain't make them mentally ready. You tell them they can't get a job. Shit. If they can clean the house, they can get a job. The only reason why they take so long to teach them something in school is so that they can continue to get tax money off of those slave children. They ain't going to teach them nothing. They just holding them there for 12 years and they still come out and work at McDonald's and Burger King. Huh? And still got to go 4 years in college, 5 years, get a PhD and all this, and still owe money and always going to be in debt. And you going to tell me it took all of that to learn something? So you can learn how to flip a burger at McDonald's, so you can say, welcome to Walmart? What? We playing. But you understand that was an economic move? It don't have nothing to do. Listen, a young girl, if they say, if the parents give permission for them to get married at 14, 15, 16 years old, it's okay. Oh, so she can have sex with him and he can be older if the parents consent to it. So they don't really have a problem with it. No, they just have a problem with the consent because, see, the parent own that child. The parent, that child is a cattle to that parent. That child is worth something. She can be sold in marriage. That's why she got the ring, and the daddy used to get the cattle or something. That's why the husband got to buy a house or something. He's buying the wife because legally back then she wasn't allowed to work. He was buying her servitude to be his slave in a marriage. Y'all need to go learn something. Y'all need to go learn something. Y'all need to go learn something about life. All this stuff y'all doing on here, that ain't life. That's foolishness. But let me get off of here. I've been talking to y'all for a whole hour. That's enough time. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Russell Red, thank you, Easy, for the $5 super chat that I refuse to read because it's filthy and disgusting. And today just ain't that day to talk nasty and freaky like he was trying to do. Always trying to be freaky. Once you mess up, honey, you can't mess up with my vagina and think that you can get back in that easily. It's going to take a long time for her to love you again. So anyway, it's been fun talking to y'all. We done. Y'all ain't saying nothing in the chat over there, sitting quiet. I don't know if y'all be laughing. I don't know what y'all be doing. Other chats be moving and moving and moving and moving and moving. And I get on here, y'all say nothing to me. I don't know. I do all the talking. Andrea says, time, enjoy, appreciate broader facts of life, laughter, my listening to one talk, what shied, convo, unspoken, my unorthodox way of saying things from folks I know. I get what you're saying, Andrea. It would take me a while to break it down, but my spirit understands you. And that's why I rock with you, because my spirit understands exactly what you're talking about, because my spirit and my brain are brilliant. Me, I'm nothing without my spirit and my brain. Lord knows. They think before me. If I get in the car driving home from work and my mind goes somewhere else, Thank God my spirit and my brain know to bring me home. Y'all know how we drift off, like, how the hell I get home? Well, thank God for the spirit and the brain. So when Andrea, sometimes I don't get everything you say, but I know my brain got it. I know my spirit got it. We good. All righty. Thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all for y'all support. Please hit the like button. I had a 14-hour live yesterday, and it was only 0 likes after 14 hours of going live. Yeah, I went live for 14 hours, and now if you say I didn't, I'm gonna call you a liar. And I only had 1 like. So yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to hit the like button for me, please. My mouth was kind of thirsty. I might have to go out there and buy me some more water or something like that. Go hang out with the TLT. Ooh, child. I'm back to that TSA thing. I'm thinking it's so funny that Trump said tomorrow ICE will be at the airport. Democrats, I'm gonna suggest that y'all get up at 3:00 in the morning, go down there to that Congress building and pass a vote on that bill and give the TSA their money so that Trump don't send ICE to the airports. If he send ICE to the airports, y'all ain't gonna have no more immigration votes, okay? He gonna get all y'all illegal immigrants out of here. All them people talking about something. Oh, we came here. Oh, no, see, the TSA, they usually check you when you're getting on the plane. No, Trump gonna have them checking them people as soon as they get off the plane. So y'all better stop playing. And that's all I got to say. Have a good night. Be good. Be safe. Love y'all. Love each other. I hope y'all do. When I was a little girl, I used to pray that and dream that the whole world was holding hands in a circle. And they were singing that song. If I could give the world a coat and peace and harmony. That never happened, because I look at here. One day I had to tell myself, you ain't Jesus. You can't die for these people. And I had to let you motherfuckers go. Oh, well. Good night. Goodbye. Say la vie. Hasta luego. Ciao. Arrivederci. Bet you didn't know I can speak so many different languages. Bye.
Yeah. Shit, Clara in the house, better check your shirt. Cause she clean with the badge, but she dished that dirt. Plate full of gossip, yeah, the flavor won't hurt. Serving law with the last, get you just desserts. Clang goes the badge and the rumors go splash. Shovel in the hand where the real truth at. Frontier justice mixed with kitchen heat. She serving dirt, fresh bon appetit. Sheriff Clara in the house, better check your shirt. Cause she clean with the badge, but she dished that dirt. Table set ready, yeah, the tea gets stirred. Sheriff Clara's name is the last word heard. Ooh, Sheriff Clara in her head.